Hello, my name is Christophe Pelletier. In April 2009 I started the Food Futurist venture, which focuses on everything about the future of food and agriculture and how to feed a growing world population. And I've provided my clients, my readers and my audiences on my views about this topic ever since. I've published about 250 articles on my website, and I've written 3 books on food and agriculture. These are the books, and there is more to come. I'm quite happy and proud to say that I've produced material that has lasting power because even my early works back in 2009 are still very relevant today in 2023. My background has been about food since the very beginning. My parents owned a couple of food businesses, and further I've studied in the French agricultural Grande École, which used to be called Institut National Agronomique Paris-Grignon and is now called Agro-Paris-Tech. There I got a master's degree in economy and development of animal production. After my graduation I moved to the Netherlands, where I worked for an agribusiness multinational company. There I filled the whole array of functions. I've had an international career that has taken me to 4 continents and eventually got me landed here in Canada. I've been involved in technical and scientific roles, in extension services, in logistics, in planning, in quality assurance, in sales and marketing, in management of operations of processing plants, and in senior executive management. Because of that, I have a very thorough understanding of the dynamics of entire food value chains, from genetics all the way to the dinner table. As I've conducted business with farmers, traders, leading retail organizations, food service organizations, and major food manufacturers. Having seen a lot of places and a lot of people is certainly a valuable asset for what I do today. Generally speaking, I help my clients prepare for the future by presenting them what I see happening in the coming years and decades. I help them develop strategies and envision how their business must or need to change. To do this, I offer my services in the form of business consulting, strategic foresight, future scenario, business seminars, and speaking engagements as a keynote speaker. To me, there are 2 kinds of trends. The short-term trends, which I look at mostly as ripples on the surface. They have a relatively short life, and then they are replaced by the next set of trends. I've lost the count of the number of such short-term breakthroughs that were supposed to take place and take over the world, and about which nobody talks about anymore. But I see the structural dynamics as deep currents, which are really going to impact the future. They have a long-lasting effect and they need to be prepared sooner than later. Even though I follow short-term trends, of course, in innovations and new technologies very closely, I focus primarily my attention and I build my work on long-term structural dynamics. Further, I have a very comprehensive approach of the future. I don't look at only a couple of pieces of the puzzle, but I take really the full picture. And not only in the sector of food and agriculture, but beyond as well. Micro dimensions are very high on my list, because food and agriculture is so much more than just production and technical aspects. Of course, those are important, and I spend a fair share on them, but I always put them in a larger perspective. With economy, demographics, global politics, consumer trends, innovations, and all factors influencing all sectors of our lives. I always include the human factor in my work because in the end it's people working for people, and human nature brings its share of inertia and constantly interacts and very often interferes with the change and therefore with our future. The first word that would come to my mind to describe my approach is practical. To me, my advice must have a strong practical value to you, as it will affect you in your future life and in your daily activities too. The second word that would come to my mind would be comprehensive. As I mentioned before, it's essential to look beyond one's little world to see what's coming, where the threats and opportunities will be in the years to come. I produce original material, I work from original angles, I'm different in my approach. What matters is that you get an advantage over other organizations. There is no value in telling you what you have heard already a million times, so that's why I tailor-made my services. I don't do copy and paste, I don't do generic material. I always insist for my customers to tell me what outcome they want so that the material I produce fits exactly their needs. Pret-à-porter is not what I produce, I deliver tailored suits if you want. One of the things I'm very proud of is the high rate of accuracy of my predictions, which many times I've achieved while going against the trendy mainstream, and I achieve that thanks to a number of qualities. First, I have an innate sense of foresight and anticipation. It's like a sixth sense, and it has been with me since childhood. From what I've been told, I see things before others do. I can't explain what that is, and I'm not even trying either. It just works really well, and it's all advantage for you. Another innate characteristic of mine is the ability to connect dots. Everything is interconnected, and I can see how that affects where the future is going and how it will look like, what is likely to happen. I have a canny ability to anticipate the next moves with accuracy, and from what I've been told, I do that very well and very fast. Then I always substantiate my opinions. I'm an avid practitioner of critical thinking, and I always make sure I have solid arguments and solid reasoning to support my point of view. That probably explains why if my views go against the stream, I stick to them. I'm very honest intellectually, and I don't care much if I'm not following the herd. I don't mind being alone. My convictions and reality are what leads me, so I may not tell you what you might want to hear, but expect that I will tell you is what you actually need. Another important aspect is that I'm fully independent. I don't have any hidden agenda. My only agenda is to help you. I don't advocate for or against anything. That's not my job. To me, my duty is to present you what I see as strengths and weaknesses of different scenarios and situations, and the same about where the opportunities and threats are going to come. I brush the biggest picture possible for you, and I help you see where the best future is for you.
If you're interested in my videos, please click on the subscribe button below, or you can also visit my website.